Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Dermasis community where we share information, knowledge about the products. Today, we are going to be talking about the Mandelic acid. It's one of my favorite chemical peels. I love it. I love the Mandelic acid. And we are going to be talking today about the nature of the Mandelic acid, in which skin types we are going to apply it and everything. Okay, so stay here with us. This is I have many people connected today. Today is September 24th, and we are recording, so maybe you are seeing the recording still. For all the people that is connected right now, if you want to place, if you have any questions, any comment, you can place it in the chat window to the right side of your screen. Okay, so in the first place, we are going to start talking about the company, about DermaSwiss. It is an exclusive skincare brand with more than 26 years in the industry. So we are not the new kid in the block. We have many years in the aesthetical field, in the beauty field, estheticians that have worked for many years with our products, dermatologists, nurses, and spas, businesses. And talking about our products are made, the majority of them are made in Europe. We have some that are made in Switzerland in a laboratory with more than 60 years of experience. Other of the products are made in Germany, and other are made in France. Okay, then we have the rest of the products that are made here in the United States, always using the European active ingredients. There is one word that characterizes the company, and it is effectiveness. We really believe in the product, that the product has to do in the skin what it says that it's going to do. So when you work with our products, when you follow a complete master protocol, you are going to see how after 1 hour, after 1 hour and 15 minutes, you are going to see the difference in the skin if you follow one of the master protocols. Those protocols that we have are like the basement, are like the pillars of the business. These protocols are going to be for acne, for rosacea, sensitive skin, hyperpigmentation, wrinkles, dry skin, aging skin, antioxidant protocol, micropen, dermaplaning, underarm whitening. So we have, the main protocols, and those ones are called the master protocols. After that, of course, we have many protocols that you can use. And when you start working with a company, you will have a representative, which is a person that has all the information from the company. That person is going to be your link with our company. So any information, any knowledge that you may need, protocols, products, active ingredients, sales material, price list, to place your orders, always be in contact with your representative for that. Okay. So our company, we say that our products, our line is a compact line. Why is that? It's because we do not have a very extensive line that sometimes is like 100, 130 products. And it's really, you get a hard time when you start working with a line like that, because you have to learn how to all of those products work. So in DermaSwiss, it's very compact. And with these products that I have here in my right side, we do the miracles, okay, with these products. So another very good thing from the line is that we are parabens-free. We do not make tests in animals. And we have a very strong passion for education. We are always offering seminars, mini courses, webinars. We are very active in social media, in Instagram, always giving you, information and knowledge from the company. We have another huge advantage. I always say that when you are a esthetician, you really need to know how to work with chemical peels. There is a huge difference in a treatment when you apply chemical peels or when you do not apply chemical peels. And I am not talking about always making exfoliations to the skin, because there are skin conditions or maybe skin types that they don't need that many exfoliation, but still you will need a little bit of the chemical peel in your protocol. Okay, so in DermaSwiss we have two different ways of using our chemical peels. We have 5 of them, and we have the mandelic acid, the lactic acid, glycolic acid 30%, glycolic acid 40%, and the salicylic acid 15%. And these chemical peels can be used directly in the skin, applied directly in the skin, of course, following the right times, following the protocols. But if you are that esthetician that you have never used chemical peels, that you really don't know how to apply chemical peels and you are afraid, okay, you also can use our chemical peels, mixing them with our derma scrub. Okay, so this is the only scrub that we have in the line. It's a pink scrub, and this one is made with diatomaceous earth. The exfoliating agent is made with diatomaceous earth, and is a wonderful scrub because it's not going to damage the skin, it's not going to dry the skin, and you can mix drops of any of the chemical peels, with the exception of the mandelic acid. You can mix drops of the chemical peels with the scrub. Never mix chemical peels, please. So never mix lactic with glycolic with salicylic. Do not do that. What you are going to do is you pick one and you take 3 or 5 drops of that chemical peel and you mix it with the scrub. In that way, you are going to do your scrub more penetrating, more exfoliating, because you are adding chemical power to the scrub, okay? But you are not going to have the risk of frosting the skin, of burning the skin, okay? So that's a huge advantage that we have in our line, okay? So when talking about the social media, you know, this is a little talking about business. When we are estheticians and we open our own business, we really need to know about administration, about accounting, about marketing, about social media, about how to work with employees. I mean, there are many things that we need to have in mind. And today's social media is a very non-expensive way for you to do branding and positioning of your brand and marketing for your business, okay? So I suggest everybody to have an account for your business in Instagram. You are going to find DermaSwiss there as DermaSwiss_pro. For us, for estheticians, for professionals, the account is DermaSwiss_pro. There is another account, which is DermaSwiss Institute, okay? And that account is for the people that want to make their studies so they can have the license. So they can have the license of skincare specialist in the state of Florida. And we have the other account, which is DermaSwiss, only that word, and that account is for retail clients, okay? So follow us in DermaSwiss_pro to always get all the information, you know, any news that we have in the company, we are always going to let you know by there. Okay, so let's talk about the mandelic acid. Let me get it from this package of chemical peels that I have here, and here is my mandelic acid, our mandelic acid. You know, in the company, they make fun of me because for many years, you know, when I started working with the company, I was working as a consultant also with the laboratory, and still I do when we are creating new products, okay? And I say that the mandelic is part of that because I was very active in that moment when we came up with the mandelic acid, okay? And I just love it. I just love it. Why is that? Because you can apply the mandelic acid in absolutely any skin type. So, you know, if you are that esthetician that you are afraid of chemical peels, you just got out of school, or you want a chemical peel that is the one size for everything, that's the mandelic acid, okay? The molecule of the mandelic acid is huge, it's very big. So what happens is when you apply it to the skin, there's one moment when this molecule cannot penetrate anymore in the skin because of the size. And that's why the mandelic acid is going to act in the skin very slow, penetrates very slow. And that's why it's the only chemical peel that we are going to apply for 8 minutes. Okay, we are going to apply the mandelic acid for 8 minutes to the skin. This is the maximum amount of time that you are going to apply the mandelic acid. Now, what you need to have in mind, if you apply the mandelic acid in the first minute, you are going to see that the redness is going to go up a little bit, is going to increase the redness in the skin. And after the first minute, the redness is going to start decreasing, you know, very, very fast, and it's going to be like a drop in the redness of the skin. And this is one of the beautiful effects and I would say properties of the mandelic acid. It's going to help you diminish the, this redness. When I have seen that in rosacea, I have seen that in acne skin after many extractions. I have seen that, you know, in any skin is you have the redness, and when you apply the mandelic acid, you are going to see this this redness decreasing, you know. So I really like that. But you need to have in mind, if you apply the mandelic acid, which I don't think is going to happen to you, but when you apply any chemical peel, not only the mandelic acid, when you apply any chemical peel to the skin, and you see after 1-2 minutes that the skin is getting too red, and the client is telling you it's itching me, it's burning, is, you know, it's really uncomfortable with the peel, what you need to do instantly, immediately, is apply the neutralizer, which is our alkaline solution. This is the neutralizer that we use. This is the solution, the product that we have to block and neutralize the penetration of the chemical peel in the skin, okay? So if you see that something is going wrong, you know, that the client is really, you know, burning, the skin is too red, and you start seeing a little bit of frosting. Remember, the frosting is this little whitish foam that you are going to see in the skin. That's your cue to apply the neutralizer, and then immediately you are going to remove everything with water. Never apply water directly on top of the chemical peel, because what you are doing in that way is penetrating more the chemical peel. Okay, so first you apply the neutralizer, and after the neutralizer, you are going to remove everything with water. Okay, so this is just you know, to be cautious. This is my first thing for you when you are going to be applying chemical peels. The first thing that you need to have in mind. Okay, so the mandelic acid is extracted from bitter almonds, and the first time that it was isolated by a German doctor. And in German, almonds is Mandel, and that's why the name mandelic acid, okay? So the thing is, we have this mandelic acid in a concentration of 15%. This is the percentage and the concentration of the mandelic acid in this solution, okay? It's a 15%, so it's very mild, and it has a pH of 3.3, which is as well, is not a very low pH, so this acid is not aggressive, okay? This acid could be used in absolutely any skin type. This is your chemical peel for acne, for inflammatory acne. When you have inflammatory acne, always, you know, go with the mandelic acid. We have the master protocol for acne, and if you are going to start working with us, or if you are working with us, ask your representative for the master protocols. You know, we have like 9 or 10 master protocols. Remember, those are the basement, okay? Those are the pillars of the menu, and you are going to find there the acne protocol. Why did we pick the mandelic acid for our acne protocol? Okay, so I have had many comments from estheticians in the past, and many troubles with estheticians that were always applying the salicylic acid to the acne. I myself, I suffered from acne for many, many years, and I found out that when you have a client that has acne, the majority of the time, you are going to see that the skin is dry, because they apply so much product over the counter to dry the skin, because what you feel what you think when you are a client with acne and when you are suffering from acne is that your skin is so oily, and what you want is to dry all of that oil from the skin. And that's counterproductive, because the more product you apply to the skin to dry the skin, is the more oil the skin is going to produce. Why is that? Because remember, the skin is smart, our body is smart, and our body is going to answer always to anything that you do. The skin is always going to answer to anything that you apply. So when you apply products to dry the skin is going to be like, oh, I am drying, so I need to produce more oil. Okay, so you are having the contrary effect of what you really want. Okay, so what happens is the clients usually with acne has the skin very dry because they have been applying any and every kind of things out there, you know, from pharmacies, from stores, from the internet, from everywhere. So you are going to see that many times they have this skin like redness, you know, like in the bottom of the skin, you are going to see all of this redness. And what happens is, remember, the salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid. It's an acid that is going to penetrate in the skin through the oil. So I have oil because it is an oily skin. Even if it is kind of dry because of the product, still I have the oil inside of the skin. So you apply the salicylic acid, and this salicylic acid is going to penetrate in the skin very easy, but there is no water in the skin to stop the salicylic acid from penetrating because the skin is too dehydrated. When you see this redness in the skin, is because the skin is lacking water. The skin is too dehydrated. So this salicylic acid is going to penetrate very fast, and there is no water to stop the salicylic acid. And then is when you have frostings, is when you have burnings in people with acne. You know, we estheticians have so many accidents with clients with application of the salicylic acid in acne. I have seen that a lot. So what we did when we were designing the master protocol for acne is we use both acids in the protocol. We use the salicylic and we use the Mandelic. When I started applying the Mandelic myself to my skin, it was like, oh my God, this is a discovery. I have found something amazing, you know, and I had a very inflammatory acne. So I can say that the Mandelic is really effective for acne. So what we do is we use the salicylic acid, mixing it with the derma scrub. So in the beginning of the facial, after you cleanse the skin, we are going to use it as a desincrustant mixture. We are going to get the derma scrub, and you are going to add 3 drops of the salicylic acid to the derma scrub, and you apply that mixture to the skin, and on top of that you apply the steamer for 10 minutes. And yes, we use the salicylic acid there in the master protocol in that way, not directly to the skin but diluted. And then we do the extractions. After the extractions, you are going to apply the high frequency, and then after the high frequency we are going to apply the Mandelic acid. The Mandelic acid, our Mandelic acid is the only chemical peel that you can apply after extractions. We know in aesthetical field there is this no-no, is the law that you cannot apply chemical peels after extractions. So this is the one that breaks the law, right? So this is the exception of the rule. This is the only chemical peel that you can apply after extractions. Okay, so let's keep seeing how we are going to use the Mandelic acid. The Mandelic acid, because it is so mild, so friendly, is going to be wonderful for rosacea and sensitive skin. You really need to exfoliate in rosacea. You need to do exfoliation in rosacea. And if you are in front of a papulopustular rosacea, then you really need to do exfoliation, because there is an accumulation of debris and dead cells there, that it is what is making increase the proliferation of the mite, which is the Demodex folliculorum, is a mite that lives in the skin when you have a papulopustular rosacea. So in those cases, mandelic acid as well is going to be wonderful to apply for rosacea or papulopustular rosacea. I have here a question from Vivian. Do you think this mix works better than the disincrustation solution? Vivian, we do not have a disincrustation solution. That's our disincrustation mixture. We use the derma scrub, and we mix it with glycosol or with different chemical peels depending of the skin type. So for example, for oily skin or acne, we mix the derma scrub with 3 drops of salicylic acid. For very dry skin that has very tiny pores, we mix the derma scrub with 3 drops of lactic acid. And for the rest of skin, we mix the derma scrub with glycosol. We apply it to the skin, and on top of that, we apply the steamer for 8 to 10 minutes. So that's our disincrustation solution. That's our disincrustation mixture, okay? Okay, so the mandelic acid is this chemical peel that when you apply to the skin, you are going to see like a glow, you know, at the end of the facial, you are going to see like this beautiful glow in the skin. Another of the properties of the beauties of the mandelic acid is that this is a perfect chemical peel to apply in ethnic skin. So we are talking about Fitzpatrick 5, Fitzpatrick 6. We all know that in those skin types, you should not apply very strong chemical peels, because what can happen? You can generate an inflammation, frosting, burning, and then you are going to have a huge hyperpigmentation in those skin types. So with the mandelic acid, this is the only one that we recommend to apply to ethnic skin, to Fitzpatrick 5, to Fitzpatrick 6, okay? And I have, thank you. Thank you so much, Vivian. Okay, so now this is the neutralizer. This is the alkaline solution. This is the one that we are going to use, okay, to neutralize all the derma chemical peels after the time, you know, when you leave the chemical peel to work for the time that you were told. And after that, on top of the chemical peel, you are going to apply the neutralizer, and immediately you're going to remove everything with water. Okay, so here we have the protocol brightening illuminating. I am going to start presenting you different protocols for different skin types using the mandelic acid. So this is a master protocol which is called brightening illuminating. The master protocols have another feature, and is that all of the master protocols from DermaSuisse have a kit, okay? So for example, if you talk to your representative and you ask to your representative for the brightening illuminating kit, you know, this is a package of products that brings almost all the products that you need to do this protocol. What you don't have there is the cleanser and the toner, okay? But the rest of the products, you are going to get it in this brightening illuminating kit. So who are you going to do the brightening illuminating protocol? This is perfect for anybody, because you are going to work with the mandelic acid, so you can work in any skin type, from sensitive skin to hyperpigmentation. This is the main protocol for hyperpigmentation. Mandelic acid is absolutely wonderful for hyperpigmentation. Why? Because remember, it is a chemical peel which molecule is very big, so this mandelic acid is not going to generate inflammation in the skin because it's very mild. So when you are going to work with hyperpigmentation, you may need more sessions. You know, you are going to work in the skin in a progressive approach better than aggressive approach, because sometimes what happens with very strong chemical peels for hyperpigmentation is that you apply it and then the client is going to desquamate like crazy, you know, like a snake, and then the blemish is going to be better, but in 1 month or 1 month and a half, they are going to have the blemish back, and sometimes even worse, okay? It's because you are working on top of the skin. You are working to remove these cells that are dead, that are old, that are accumulated in the skin, and you remove as well the pigment, you know, in the surface of the skin, this melanin that is accumulated in the surface of the skin. But you are not working as well, if you do not work as well in the cell that is growing from inside, you are going to have the blemish again. And another thing is, if you generate inflammation in skin with hyperpigmentation, you are going to have more hyperpigmentation. When you are going to work in hyperpigmentation, you have to work little by little. Better progressive than aggressive. It's going to take time. Yes, you need this word which is called patience. Your client needs this word which is called patience, because clients have had melasma for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and then they go to estheticians and they want you to magically erase that blemish like in 1 or 3 months, and that's not going to happen. Okay, you need to have patience, and you need to work in this melasma for 6 months, 1 year, maybe 1 year and a half. Okay, always working 50-50 cooperation between you and your client. This is a partnership. You do nothing if you are applying the chemical pills in your professional treatment, but the client is at home is not taking care of their skin, preventing the sun. They are exposing to the sun, the skin to the sun. They are not using the sun protection. They are not using the Derma-C and the retinol in the night. So this is a partnership, a 50-50, you know, like everything, like acne, like rosacea, like sensitive skin, like dry skin, like aging. If your client doesn't do their part at home, you are not going to have the success in your treatment. So this is when I start talking about the recommendation of the products for your clients at home, because estheticians are always afraid to recommend the product for the clients at home. And you need to start thinking of this as if you are a doctor. You know, when you are sick, you go to the doctor is going to do some tests and exams in your skin, and in your body to you, and they are going to tell you, okay, so you have this and this and this, okay? And then the doctor is going to tell you, okay, so this is your prescription. You need to go to the pharmacy, buy the prescription, and ingest, you know, and take your medicines, your drugs. And people do like that. People go to the doctor, they go to the pharmacy, take the medicine, they ingest, you know, they take the medicines and they get better. So for this is absolutely the same, you know. So estheticians, I am the one that knows what skin type you have, what's your skin condition. So I am doing my treatment in my facial room, and I need to give you a prescription, which is the recommendation of the products for you to take care of your skin at home, because you are seeing your skin 29 days in the month. I am seeing you only 1 day in the month, you know, only once in a month. So I really need you to know how to take care of your skin at home. And then you are going to have results. Then your treatment is going to be successful, right? So this is what happens in blemishes, in hyperpigmentation, little by little with the mandelic acid. Now, if you are working in Fitzpatrick 1, 2, 3, you can alternate the brightening illuminating facial with radiancy facial, which is a protocol that we have with the application of glycolic acid 30% directly in the skin. If you are working in Fitzpatrick 4, 5, 6, then I recommend you to only work with the brightening illuminating facial, okay? Maybe you could do the Radiancy in a Fitzpatrick 4. I have done it in a Fitzpatrick 4 and it's been fine, it's been perfect, okay? But be very careful with the Fitzpatrick 5 and 6 with the application of the glycolic acid directly, okay? So this brightening illuminating is going to be good for anybody. If you are in doubt, you know, when you have your client and you are doing the skin analysis and you are in doubt, there is an answer for that. Go with the mandelic acid, because you cannot go wrong with the mandelic acid. Okay, so now we have here the brightening illuminating, and we have here, you know, who are we going to do the brightening illuminating, for example, okay, for instance. So we have here for melasma. This is, I'm sorry, this is the hormonal Give me just 1 second. The melasma is the hormonal hyperpigmentation, and you can work in melasma with the brightening illuminating protocol, and as I told you before, alternating it with the Radiant C Master protocol. Okay, so here we have the brightening illuminating kit. This kit is in promotion today. We have it with a 10% discount. So usually the kit is actually for $108 or $110 now. And we have a 10% discount, okay, in this kit, in the brightening illuminating kit. So today, call your representative so you can have this discount. This is a perfect kit for you to start working with DermaSwiss. It's the perfect one because you have the mandelic acid. This is a protocol that you can do in anybody. So you are going to start getting the return of your investment very fast because you can do it to everybody. So you are going to have here the derma scrub, the glycolic acid 30%, the mandelic acid, the neutralizer, the derma C, the epifactor, and the hydrocutane. And also you are going to have 8 units of the brightening peel off masks. Okay, maybe now we are in back order with the brightening mask, so you can change it for the Vita Olive mask, which is wonderful as well for the skin. Okay, so this is our kit for today with a 10% discount today and tomorrow. So remember to contact your representative. So here I am going to talk about the different products that we have in the kit, and I am going to talk about which are other clients that you can work with the mandelic acid. So here we have the Derma C. The Derma C is the serum that we have in DermaSwiss. It's been a boom after we came up with this product. You see here is a very yellow serum, okay? And this is a powerful product for hyperpigmentation. How are you going to use it? You are going to apply it 3 nights in a row. I repeat, for hyperpigmentation, you are going to apply the Derma C 3 nights in a row. You can apply it as well for a client with rosacea, but not papulopustular rosacea. You know, let's say erythematophalangiectasia rosacea, which is the first one. You know, very slow rosacea. And you can apply it for some damaged skin. I mean, anybody can use the Derma C, you know, unless they are acne skin or acneic skin, then no. But the rest of the clients can use the Derma C. But very important, if you have a client with hyperpigmentation, they need to use the Derma C. Okay, so 3 nights in a row, you are going to use the Derma C, and then the 4th night, you are going to use the retinol. This is our product with retinol, with as well niacin, which is the vitamin B3, wonderful as well to diminish the hyperpigmentation. This product, we have the licorice as well to diminish inflammation and hyperpigmentation. We have Buddleia stem cell, which is a stem cell of a very antioxidant tree. Okay, so remember, 3 nights the Derma C, and the 4th night you are going to use the retinol. If you have a dry skin, then the 3 nights that you use the Derma C, on top of the Derma C, you are going to apply the Supreme Night Cream, which is our anti-aging cream, night cream, and it's very hydrating as well. Okay, so remember, in these 3 nights, if you have a dry skin, on top of the Derma C, you apply the Supreme Night Cream, or you could apply as well the ceramide on top of the Derma C if you have a very dry skin. Okay, so in the Derma C, we have the 3.0 ethyl ascorbic acid, which is a vitamin C, which is very different and is going to penetrate deeper in the skin, is more stable, less irritant for the skin, and is going to help diminish the hyperpigmentation. We have here as well the ferulic acid, antioxidant, powerful antioxidant. We have here hyaluronic acid to hydrate the skin. We have here the melanostatin, which is a peptide, very powerful as well to decrease the hyperpigmentation. So the Derma C is a very powerful product to work in hyperpigmentation, okay? And then we have here the acne master protocol, okay? Oh, okay, so we have here the brightening mask. This is the one that we use, that the one that comes usually in the brightening illuminating kit, that now for these days we are giving the Vita Olive, okay? Because we're in back order with this one. So here we have the acne master protocol. In this protocol as well, we are going to use the Mandelic acid. So take a picture. You can, you know, take a print screen capture. This is the protocol that you are going to follow when you are treating a client with acne. More than anything, inflammatory acne, okay? This protocol is going to do wonders in the skin of your client with acne. It could be papulopustular acne, it could be cystic acne as well. This is going to do wonders, okay? And here we have the acne professional kit. If you have many clients with acne and you want to work with DermaSwiss, then I strongly suggest that you get the acne professional kit, because all of these products are completely different, okay? You have here the cleanser for acne, the toner for acne, the 2 serums for acne. Yes, you have here the salicylic, the mandelic acid, the neutralizer, the derma scrub, and the epifactor, okay? So and you get as well 4 units of the purifying peel-off mask. So I really recommend, you know, when you are going to work with acne, go with acne professional kits. So you can apply to papulopustular acne, okay? You can see here, papules, pustules, cyst, okay? Here you can see as well, a very papulopustular acne. You can always work with our acne master protocol in this acne skin as well. One thing that you are going to see with the mandelic acid is that in the 3rd or 4th day after you apply the chemical peel, after you do the protocol, there's going to be a little desquamation in the skin, okay? And that's normal. The mandelic acid absorbs the excess oil from the skin. So if you apply the mandelic acid, for example, to a person who has dry skin, you have to make sure that the client apply enough hydration in the following days after the application of the chemical peel, okay? And here we have the P-Factor. The P-Factor as well comes in your package for acne, and it comes as well in your package in your brightening illuminating kit. That's why I love this kit, is because it's very complete. You are going to receive there the Epifactor, which is our best seller. This is the miracle product from DermaSwiss. This is the one that you cannot lack in your back bar, okay? The Epifactor is a regenerating, restoring, repairing, and an antioxidant product. The Epifactor, you are always going to use it after chemical peels, after microdermabrasion. If you had any frosting, burning in the skin of your client, you apply the Epifactor as a recovery treatment. After waxing, you can apply the Epifactor for clients as an aftershave. Is amazing for women or for men. For little wounds, for little burns, for children, to use it in your intimate areas to prevent the hyperpigmentation. So Epifactor is a so versatile product that I always say to all students, remember, do not miss the Epifactor in your back bar. Always have Epifactor retail size for your clients, because after the microneedle, you need your client to go home with Epifactor. After the fibroblast, you need your client to go home with Epifactor. After a microdermabrasion or any aggressive treatment, you need your client to go home with Epifactor. So you always need to have this product in retail size available for you to sell to your clients, okay? And I have here the purifying mask. This is the one we are going to use for the acne. I really like this mask as a detoxifying mask. Like, you know, when I have clients with acne or smokers, or a client that is the first time that I'm going to do a cleansing after many years, or a client that have never had a cleansing of the skin, oily skin, thick skin, I'm going to work with the purifying mask. This one is made with marine zilt and lemon, and as well is going to extract, you know, it's going to get all the excess oil from the skin, it's going to get the toxins from the skin, is going to absorb all of that, the cell impurities, is going to absorb from the skin the cell impurities. Okay, this one as well has trace elements like the magnesium, which is very important for skin. It's going to reduce the inflammation, it is antioxidant, and it contains as well romarine, which is extracted from the rosemary. These are peel-off masks, the purifying mask, the brightening mask, which is the one that comes in the brightening illuminating kit, or the vital olive, which is the one you may receive now with the brightening illuminating kit, are peel-off masks. So they come in a powder, and you are going to mix all the content of that package, all the powder, with 3.5 ounces of water. Okay, 3.5 ounces of water, and you mix all of that and you apply it to the skin and you leave it for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you are going to remove absolutely, you know, the whole mask from the skin, and you are going to see the effects. Okay, so here we have ethnic skin, Fitzpatrick 5, Fitzpatrick 6. You are going to work with the mandelic acid. You know, it's going to diminish the hyperpigmentation. It's going to really do wonders in any skin type, and as well in this skin type, you know, with acne or with hyperpigmentation, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And here I have the rosacea and sensitive skin master protocol. This is the one that you are going to follow for rosacea, any type of, any subtype of rosacea, fimatose rosacea, erythematous telangiectasic rosacea, papulopustular rosacea. You can work with this protocol. In this protocol as well, you are going to work with the mandelic acid, and you are going to work with the collagen and ginkgo biloba mask. Okay, this is another one, another protocol that we have with the mandelic acid. You know, so like in this case, like for papulopustular rosacea, you're going to work with this one, with this master protocol, and this is the kit that we have for this protocol for sensitive and rosacea skin. Okay, so if you have many clients, then you can go with this kit, because in this one you are going to receive, you know, the derma scrub, the epifactor, hydroq10, but you are going to receive the recovery serum, which is the serum for rosacea. You are going to work with the collagen and ginkgo biloba and masks. Okay, this is the one that you are going to receive in this package. And here we have the essential kits. Okay, the essential kits are kits that we have designed for the clients to use the products at home. Is the kit that complete the routine for your client. And we have one for every skin type or conditions. You can see here for normal skin, for dry skin, for mixed skin, for acne, for sensitive skin, for hyperpigmentation, for mature skin, or for oily skin. Okay, we have all of these essential kits here. And in the right side, you can see the price. This is the price for all of these kits. And you know, when this is your price, you have to multiply this by 2 to get the price of the client. And sometimes estheticians are like, oh my God, this is too much money. Okay, so you have to see it. Do not focus in the amount of the money. Focus in that you are getting 6 products, 6 first line products, 6 quality products, okay, that are really going to give you the maintenance, the difference, the prevention you need in your skin to get your skin better. So usually people think about the number, think about the price. This shouldn't be your focus. Your focus with your client should be, hey, you are getting here 6 products that you need to do an investment if you really want to change your skin. Beauty is the result of a repetition. Beauty is the result of a prevention. How are you going to prevent? Using the product. How you are going to follow the routine? Using the product. So this is not magic. You really need to do an investment if you want to see different in 5 years, in 10 years. You need to take care of your skin. So these are the essential kits. Okay, girls. Oh, I forgot something very important. It's a tip I'm going to give you in this day. And this tip is with the mandelic acid. when you're going to remove the mandelic acid from the skin, okay, there is two ways to remove it. If you are working in a skin that is like kind of thick or skin, I wouldn't do this in acne. I would do this in a client with hyperpigmentation, for example, okay? You have this skin with hyperpigmentation, this thick skin. So you apply the mandelic acid and you leave it for 8 minutes to work in the skin. And after 8 minutes, the mandelic acid is gonna dry in the skin, right? The skin is kind of absorbed. So after 8 minutes, if you want added exfoliation, what you do is you do not apply immediately the neutralizer, but you are going to remove the mandelic acid like a gommage. You know what is a gommage? It's this product that you apply to the skin and then you remove it by rolling in the skin, okay? So it's like kind of peeling in the skin. So after 8 minutes in hyperpigmentation or melasma, if you want added exfoliation, you can remove the mandelic like that. You are going to get the skin like with one of the hands, and with the other hand you start, you know, rubbing in the skin, and you are going to see how you are going to start getting the mandelic acid out of the skin. So you do that in all of the skin, always, you know, going from inside to outside, and, you know, little by little. And you need to do that with the gloves, okay? It cannot be with your hands. It's not going to work the same with your hands. You need to use gloves, and then you go, you know, doing this rubbing in the skin, and you are going to see, you know, how you go taking off the mandelic acid. After you do that in the whole skin, then you apply the neutralizer, and then you finish to remove everything with water, and you keep going with the rest of the steps of the facial, of the protocol. Okay, so let me know if you have any question, if you have any comment. All the people that I have today here connected, I have seen you very quiet. Nobody has said anything as usual. I have many questions usually. So I would like to know if any of you have any question or any comment, you know, about what we have seen today with the mandelic acid, girls. Okay, so I have somebody here. Vivian Diaz, you are very clear. Thank you so much. So this was crystal clear. Thank you so much, Vivian. Okay, girls. So I am going to let you go. Okay, this was our webinar for today, talking about the mandelic acid. Remember, this is the one that you cannot lack in your back bar. Okay, this is a very important chemical peel for you to have. This is the one for you to start working with chemical peels because it's so friendly. And this is the one that you can never go wrong, okay? You can always use the mandelic acid. Oh, something very important, remember, your client should be away from direct exposure to the sun for 1 week, okay? 1 week is the minimum. They need to be away from the sun with the mandelic acid, because this is not so strong chemical peel, but still your client could get hyperpigmentation if they get directly to the sun. So 1 week, no direct exposure to the sun, okay? I Noemi, I haven't seen you. Thank you so much for connecting. A big hug for you. Thank you so much for your information. I don't have questions because it is very well explained. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Noemi. Thank you so much, Giselle Dominguez, as well. Okay, girls, so I see you in the next one. Have a very wonderful rest of the Thursday and a very good weekend. Bye.